Well, g'day, everybody. My name is Mith, man of under voices, and your dad joke VTuber. God, it still does that. Hold on. I'm gonna see how far can I turn this AI noise canceling down before it stops working. Can I do it now? Dad joke! Nope, I think it's just gonna get rid of it. I think anytime I strain, it's just gonna not like it. Oh well. Well, if there's no use in me lowering it in order to make strain voices any louder, then I guess there's no point. But anyways, good night, and welcome on back. I know we haven't played Baba Is You in a while. There was a lot going on, a lot of streams happening. I'm realizing how hard it is to balance so many games at once. Maybe in the future, I'll plan on only playing, say, like 3 games at a time instead of 4. I've had like voices from both directions saying like, I like it when you're consistent. That way, when there's a game and it's during the time, I can come watch and I enjoy games. I've also heard people be like, I like the fact that you play 4 games a week. It's cool to have different games and then people know what day to show up for the game that they want. The problem is when I have 5 games or a new game comes out of nowhere and I have to like time it because it's new and I want to play it, etc. And games like Baba Is You, they fall to the wayside. This happened with Devil May Cry 5, I think. This happened with so many other games. Also, I'm not. There we go. That's better. There's so many different games that have just fallen to the wayside. All because other games come in the way. Or times where it's like, I have to cancel stream, so it's 2 weeks in between a game. I don't know. It's kind of up to you, I guess. Whatever you prefer. I feel guilty when I forget about games. Like Baba Is You is, I don't think we played Baba Is You in over 2 weeks. And that's not fair to the people that have been enjoying the Baba Is You. It's also not fair to me because now I'm gonna be a big dum-dum in a puzzle game. So I'll try to figure it out. Whether or not I want to do like 2 or 3 games, we'll always have our Mega Man Wednesdays. Souls-like Sundays are doing okay. We still have plenty of Dark Souls to get through. Maybe we'll stop playing Souls-like once we're done with Dark Souls 1. I would like that. I would really, really like to not push myself through more Souls games. But instead, we can play some puzzle games. Or maybe I can just buck the fuck up and, you know, maybe start streaming 5 times a week. You know, maybe add Tuesdays into the mix. Huh? That doesn't look like I did anything. It's actually been my biggest complaint is I've been trying to make my sparkle toggle matter. You know what I mean? Oh, wait, I need, that's better. I didn't have the correct window open. But when you have white pupils, turning on a blue sparkle toggle instead of your pupils, it's subtle. Not as subtle as, you know, the hard eyes. That's not subtle. Anyways, I'm gonna play. Here we go. Back to Baba Is You. Let's see how far we can get. We have 2-ish hours. Let's see how far we can get before we, you know, cry. Because cry we will. Simply you. Bankai, g'day, and welcome on in. All right, we left off at 4. Can't remember what happened. Apparently it was Mousehole. Sorry, yo. Oh, yo makes a lot more sense. G'day, all the same. All right, going to 5. No yap. Only play. We have a new word. What is group? So Okay. I'm understanding this. Where's the Baba on my head? Oh, good point. I knew I forgot something. Please ignore everything you see over there. Everybody shield your eyes. Ignore what you're seeing on screen. Don't break the immersion. Don't break the immersion. The immersion isn't being broken. Your eyes are deceiving you. There we go. Go away. Okay. You can open your eyes again. Everything's fine. Can you look now? Yes. You can look again. I don't mind breaking the immersion. I've been torn on which setting I prefer. On one hand, with this setting, you know, I actually don't know why I use this setting. I think it has better. It has better. On one hand, it's neat in order to see those because I personally like teaching people about VTube Studio and how the software works because it's very interesting. On the other hand, I can capture it so you can't see the, like, any of the setting changes or editing that I do. I don't really know the advantages one way or the other. No, I already know of an advantage. If I capture it the other way, I do a game capture instead of a or a camera capture. If you do a camera capture, you have to pretty much green screen yourself. So I have to do like a chroma key, which means if I bring anything green onto my model, it disappears. When I do it currently, it's game capture, and it naturally makes the background go away. There's a little bit of artifacting around the edges, but you can't really tell because I use a black background. This way I can bring any colored image on, and I prefer that. The downside is when I try to bring something up, you guys get a little flash of it off into the corner. But we can ignore that. Don't worry, you weren't here in time to be immersed before that happened? Wonderful. Saw the gameplay of Mario Kart World on Switch 2, and the racer lineup was awesome, including a cow as a racer. Neat! But anyways, back to Baba. So we have this new word called group. I think it's pretty straightforward. Whatever is, it's like a joining word, right? So instead of Baba is you, it's Baba is the variable known as group. That variable is then us. So this will allow, this is just joining Baba is you. But I could see using variables as power. Because anything is group, we can then set group. We can make a bunch of things into a group and then affect them all at once. So like if I had rock as group, I would then control rocks. You got your Switch 1 as the Switch 2 was announced? Very nice. I know that could hurt a bit, but the Switch 2 is so goddamn expensive. But okay, and then we see, let's see, 1, 2. Text is float, flag is win. Can I just... Oh, the rocks can't be pushed. Ooh, the rocks can't be pushed. Okay, okay. I think I see what I have to do. I think I have to line up the word group. Because now we have a bonus group. Yeah. Yes. I can't see of a way. I would love to be able to push this over twice. Because then we could just get the phrase Baba is you. Is this broken as is? I might have done this wrong. Yes, I did do it wrong. I want this. There we go. So now Baba is us. And then, okay, I see the lineup. And then I'm going to turn the rock into a group. There, rock's a group. Group is being pushed. And then we push the rocks into the lava. Nice and easy. You probably get Switch 2 on launch of because of the GameCube 2. That's fair. I don't know if they're going to do the same thing with the GameCube as they did with the N64, where you have to buy a special online pass for it. I'm hoping they do to the GameCube what they did with the NES and the SNES and the Game Boy Color, and just make it free as long as you have online. You have no plans on buying the Switch 2? In your opinion, it's a fucking scam. It's just like the PS5 Pro. You're sticking with PC. Well, that's fair. If you have a PC, that's fine. The Switch 2 is going to be a very good mobile option. I will probably hold off on the Switch 2 personally until the OLED version gets announced, because it is being released as an LED, just like the Switch did. So I'll wait for the second run of the Switch 2 so you can get an OLED screen, or I'll just wait for a price drop, because I don't need this on release. I waited to buy my Switch for a long time. Granted, I'm not going to shame anyone for buying a Switch 2. If that's the console you want, it's fine. But it's coming with a bunch of games on launch, which is good, but it's expensive. I just can't believe Nintendo was the one to break the expensive game barrier. $90 for a game is way too much. I remember when brand new games were $40, and then they moved up to $50, and people are like, why is it going up? That's unfair. Then it moved to $60, and people are like, what the hell? Games are actually expensive. Now Nintendo's releasing Mario Kart World at $90. $80 for digital, so you get a $10 discount if you don't want the cartridge. The cartridge is being released at $90, and that's ridiculous. But to each their own. If you have the money, go spend it. I'm not going to. Anyways, on to this new area of God damn it. All right, time to learn how to use group better than what I just did. Yup. So what do we have? Baba is me. Skull is skulls, bat is bat. Wonderful. We won't be transitioning anything. Bat is push. Skull is not. Okay, I think I see what I have to do here. Belt is shift. Door is shut. Door and wall is stop. Flag is win. All right, this is pretty straightforward. We need to get the skull and the bat onto the conveyor and then shoved into the doors. We have the words group. And we have a pair of is. All right, let's see. What's going to be the easiest way to do this? So, initially, I'm thinking I want to make skull is group, bat is group. That way, they're both in a group. Wait. I think I see how to do this. Maybe? All right, so first things first. Oh, wait, bat. I think I want the phrase group is push, and obviously it can't be here because I need to be able to push things here. Eventually, I'll turn things into open, but I think I want to be able to interchange this phrase. And I want to change something is group. I wonder, is there a way for me to do doubles? Hold on, I'm thinking. I see it. Hey, Rowan. I see it. I just need to make it. Let's see. They were locked at 60 for so long that the cartridges for modern games would have been 120 without digital distribution. Ooh. From a business logistics perspective, this has been a long time coming. It sucks, though. Like, why do games have to get more expensive? I'm just crying about it. Nah, I just want to be able to afford my hobby. That's right, to hell with Nintendo, focus on the Baba. Yeah, focus on Baba. But digital distribution should still be much cheaper than physical copies. It will be cheaper, but not much. Digital is coming out at $80 for Mario Kart World. I don't know if that's going to be a premium game because Mario Kart World is, the flagship game of it. But you kind of see what I mean. It's so much. All right. So what did I notice? I think I have a way in order to maneuver the word so I can actually spell everything all at once. But I just need to do it in a way that I won't break stuff. So this is what I'm seeing. I can do bat is... I want group. I saw it in my head somehow. We could put like group. And then group is open. Oh, right. These are words. I heard me as soon as I said it. No shit, they're words. All right, so I want skull is and bat is. Okay. We need skull is group. And we need bat is group. Okay, so I'm gonna explain what I meant before I freaked out and started speaking. I meant no shit, they're words, but words mean I can shove them into walls and I'll be fine. Is this the new Deltarune 3 and 4? Not what I'm playing. So I can do an is here. And now look, I can do push. And then we push the skull over. And look, they both can be pushed. And then if I put it here, yeah, we get skull is group, bat is group, group is open, and group is push. And then we just, you know, win. Not too bad of a level. No. Rowan, how'd you go? Well, Rowan has graced us with his presence, and he has graced us with his absence. All right, continue the trend of being in order. Let's go to 7. All right, forgot all the rules of what the orange did. Rowan is teleport? Yes. I don't like this. You know, Sony has done some stupid things the past few months, but why does Nintendo always get a free pass? They're just as bad, if not worse. So, I will tell you why I give Nintendo a free pass, and then we're going to move beyond the Nintendo topic. I know it's fresh and whatnot, but I just don't have much to say on it. The reason Nintendo gets a free pass isn't just because of its longevity. It's because of some of their actions. Like during COVID times or during economic decline, Nintendo's CEO took I thought it was like 60% pay cut. Granted, he's a CEO, he makes a shitload. But he took a 60% pay cut just so he could keep the company going, where other CEOs were like, no, I'd rather just lay people off. Nintendo made a decision to save their workers, save the company, because the CEO didn't need that much money. They've always aimed at the family friendly. They have stayed true to what they have been ever since the 70s. They're a game console, making games for fun. Unfortunately, this is just showing how bad inflation has been recently. Economy is rough. But all right. How, what, do, and why? So let's see. I don't know why we need something to fall. I think the move is rather useful. Also, where's the flag? Why is the flag out there? And we see a ghost. But we see Kiki. Oh, you know what? I think I see this. So here, let's... Uh-oh. So, I kind of see what I have to do. I just don't want to do it. I shouldn't keep this to myself, so let me explain what's going on in my head. So I see Kiki. Kiki is push. This is good. We can push Kiki. This is good and very helpful information. Ghost is push. This is helpful. We can push a ghost. We see the words. Kiki is the only thing that can touch this. Wall is stop and Baba is stuck in here. This means no matter what we do, Kiki is you is a phrase we have to make. Yes, we can agree with that. However, belt is shift, which means the instant I push this phrase, I lose my character because now nothing is me. And in the way this you, I can't like preset something is you in order to catch it. So that's a problem. Which means we would need a phrase like Kiki is you or ghost is you. Anything could go here to say is you. But again, eventually Kiki. But our only way in here is this 1x1 passage, and if we take anything and we put it in here, we get stuck. So, okay, we need things to go in here. However, hi! Meeba! G'day, welcome on back. So, we need to get something in here. Why? Because we need something, not us, to go past the skull. We cannot go past skull. Why do we need that? We need the is win in the corner, and then we're gonna sneak on over here as Baba, and we're gonna push the flag word down. It'll say flag is win. Aha. What do I mean the game is beaten? Why do you think there's a question mark? I'm trying to beat the game today. Don't worry, the title of the stream isn't meant for the beginning, it's for the end. I'm trying to win. Hence the question mark. Did I choose a bad title? I was trying to express that I wanted to beat the game. What do you mean? But okay. So I want to get the word flag down there. So we need to get Kiki or the ghost. I don't know why this ghost is here. I'm not going to lie. I don't understand the ghost. How close am I actually? What level is those? This is the skull level? Level 7, I think. What level is this? What level is this? Cavern 7. There's a good chance I don't beat it today. It's been so long. I made a clickbait title. Sue me. I'll update it. Actually, after the stream, I'll put in parentheses whether we beat it or not. So everybody will know my shame. All right, so we have a fall and a move. I see the purpose of the fall and the move. We can do something like push Kiki over here, right? And then with double text. Oh shit, Kiki fell. We can do, Kiki is move. Wait, I didn't need to do this. Okay, so like this, for example. We have successfully gotten Kiki over here. Yay. How do we stop Kiki from falling to its death? They're just laughing at titling it that when you have all those levels inside levels to do. Bonus stuff. If we can get the credits to roll, we beat the game. Okay, so we got close to getting Kiki. Kiki is now here, but if I move anywhere over to the other side, Kiki falls. I feel like I've already failed this level. But also, why do we have Ghost? We can kind of do the same thing with Ghost, right? And then we can push it up here, and then we can make Ghost pushable again. And then the Ghost can, like, come over here. Hey, actually, hold on. This kind of makes me interested, because now the Ghost can stop the Kiki. Right? I'm not seeing how to make the phrase Kiki is you, though. Oh well, let's figure this out. So if we do this. Oh. Right. I need to not move Kiki left and right. Or let me rephrase that. I can't move Kiki up and down. I can't put him on this part of the wall. This was my mistake. Come here, Kiki. You go there. This go here. Kiki fall. All right, Kiki, stay. Ghost go up. Did I make a mistake? I made a mistake. Kiki go in corner? No. Don't make Kiki go first. Aha, here we go. We want Ghost go first. Ghost fall. Ghost come back. Ghost go here. Ghost get push. Put Ghost here. Okay. Push. Grab the Kiki. Put Kiki here. Kiki fall. Okay. Theoretically, this is where we want to be. Baba is cute confusion. Baba is cute confusion. Also, Malice, good eye, and welcome on in. Okay. So, what did I set up and why the fuck did I do it? Mouse, come here. So we have Kiki. K-E-K-E is going to walk back and forth endlessly with move. If Kiki is also on fall, it is now being supported by Ghost Baba is you. Okay? You with me? Everything's fine. Is everything fine? I don't think everything's fine. I have an idea. Do I need to grab the push later on? Do I need the ghost to fall? I think the answer is no. I have a new idea. All right. So what if Kiki, what if we push the ghost down one? I originally left it here so we had a little bit more room. I just realized the past 30 seconds was me speaking in gibberish and half thought. So I appreciate all of you that stayed around for it. Here's the full thought. So, my original plan was to get the ghost down here. I, as Baba, will stand here, and then Kiki will move and fall, and then land in here and eventually walk over here, and then I'm going to sprint over here. There's no rush because Kiki is then going to push the is win. I can push the flag down. Everything's happy, happy, joy, joy. Nobody's upset. Except me. Because then I still have the problem of I have no way of grabbing Baba is you. What if I grabbed Baba is you first? We can have Kiki. We can have the ghost go down one, so there's a little gap. We can set Kiki to move and fall. It will then walk into this gap. We can then get rid of the movement ability before it pushes anything. And then we can remove its fall, and then it will move this phrase over. And as it walks, it will spell Baba is you over here. We will gain control of Baba again because Kiki will be moving on its own. And then we can repeat the process, but even better, if Kiki falls down here, we can just push him in. So I think that's the solution. The question is, how do I do that? Step 1, stand here. Step 2, I'm gonna panic, so get in the corner. So Kiki needs to fall. I don't think I'm gonna need the ghost after this. But I want to be able to move the ghost. We don't need, like, Baba is pushed. Kiki will always be pushed. So I'm just going to push this into the corner just so it's out of the way. I want more room to move stuff. So if I move this up, and then I need to remind myself, if I move, like if I move, will Kiki move because the input happens? Yes. So I need to wait 1 and then push. Perfect. Now Kiki is on fall, but Kiki is not moving. Is lava hot anywhere? I don't see lava anywhere. Good. I was afraid this Kiki might walk into his own death. That could be bad. Could also ruin my entire plans. All right, so we want to get rid of Kiki as fall, so we want Kiki as move. Theoretically, Kiki should just push the Baba is you phrase. Like so. And now Kiki is over here. Uh-oh. Hold on. I want Kiki to move one more, but I don't want to make him fall. Oh no, he can fall. There we go. And then we can push the Kiki into his rightful home. So he goes here. Kiki fall. Bring that back. Push. Kiki fall. Kiki walk. And there we go. I should just be able to get rid of that, right? And then just do this. There we go. That wasn't so bad. We have to solve 2 more to get out of here. And I guess if we're in the mindset of let's beat it today, I shouldn't be trying to 100% it, but we know what's gonna happen. Number 8, last of the fall, the heist. I wish to vomit. All right, let's test something. What happens if I touch fire? Understood. When? Ignore me. Okay. This is bad. I see the word text. That's dangerous. I also don't see the word fall, so what's the... Okay. Breathe. Let's figure out what's going on. Baba is you. We will always be Baba for this level. I don't see that changing. Love is win. Wonderful. We have to touch the heart. How can we do that? Ice is telly. Okay, so if we were to touch the ice that is surrounded by fire, can't do that right now, we would teleport down, surrounded by the people, and we would cross the lava. But what's lava? Lava is stop and shut. Wonderful. Something needs to open it. But text is float, which means text can't be the thing to open it. So we need something in order to do it. Okay, understood. Things are happening. Because immediately I saw this as an option. Since we have the word text, we could do fire is text. Never mind, fire is fire. Flag is text. We could do that, but that would break a problem. Because flag on fire is push, which means I want a flag on a piece of fire. Although flag is defeat, which means the flag has to be on the fire. I can't do the problem that, you know, oh, sorry, Rowan, I just kicked you in the face. Also, Rowan's here, he's under my desk. We could always do the infamous text is flag, and we lose the game. Okay. I don't like this. This gives me an idea. Like, what if I just made fire pushable? There we go. See, why was I thinking flag on fire is the thing? I just need to push fire. Easy. And then we walk over here and we realize the lava is broken. Fun. So we come back. So what if I put fire into the teleporter? Look at that. I have a piece of fire. I've got a golden ticket. Okay, so we need the phrase fire is open. I should just be able to bring the whole phrase over, right? Like if I just shove the word open up here, you know, just leave that alone. We get rid of the misnomer of the word flag. Wait, does text not? Oh no! Text is float. Okay, so that's the problem. Huh. I have an idea. It has something to do with the word flag. What if we turn text on fire into a flag? Okay. I changed my mind. I want fire on text. Can't do that. Because fire is fire, so I can't change it. But I can sacrifice text and turn it into a flag. So at least according to this, I should be able to make a flag. I made a flag. I need to sacrifice the word on. I think I was just locked there. All right, so first things first, fire is push. Get your butt in there, fire. Okay, do we need a piece of fire? I don't think we need a piece of fire. We can throw the word is open. Oh, shit. We need a piece of fire. So what we need is the word fire over here, right? The only way to get the word fire over here or let me rephrase that. We need something to transform into text over here. Which means I need to make the phrase something on fire is text. For example, flag on fire is text. So that means if I push a flag, because I make a flag pushable. Oh, this is bad. Oh, no. What word do I give up? I think the only word that I can actually give up is. Because I don't need the double phrase of a pushable object while having the transformative object. All right, so the fire can't transform. We have the phrase fire is fire. Everybody with me? We have fire is fire. Fire will be fire. We can't turn it to text or a flag. But a text can become a flag, and flag can become text. So I want text on fire is a flag. I think this is where I was last time. The issue here comes from the push. So if I do this, right? And then I did fire is push. I die to the flag. I need to somehow turn the text into a flag while having the fire and flag not occupy the same square. Which sounds like a teleporter problem. So I want to do fire is push. Bear with the sound, because we're going to be hearing that a lot. Text on fire is flag. Come here is. Shit. They move at the same time. So now the question is, if I make fire push, what happens? I die to the flag. I'm getting stuck. Good boy, Rowan. Apparently when I put my finger on my chin, my model thinks I'm going, ah. Oh, that's because it's tracking my finger as my lower lip. That's weird. So, we have the ability to push the fire. We have the ability to teleport the fire. There is no purpose in the men. The soldiers do nothing. I probably shouldn't have put the fire there. I'm probably already locked out of beating this one. So I need... Wait, I think the teleporter was the trick. All right, so we're gonna push a piece of fire onto the teleporter, and to save everybody's ears, I'm gonna move it over there. Okay? So that was fire being pushed. We want text on fire is flag, and we will sacrifice this is to the great beyond. Bye. I'm dumb. We will put the fire on the... We will put the fire on the teleporter. And then we will bear witness to the pain. So text on fire is a flag. There we go. Fire and flag have now joined. Right? So this is what I want now. All I need... I don't need the flag right now. The flag can come later. What I need is the word flag. So I want flag on text is, or flag on fire is text. I did that wrong. I want to hear. Here! And then I can do fire is push. Get that out of the way. And now I have the word flag. We can shove that up here because we don't really need the words too much. Flag will now open it. Wait. This actually doesn't help me. I'm still in the conundrum of... How... How do I get the flag off the fire? Also, little insight into my life. I know this isn't necessary, but for some reason, there's been a weird smell in my apartment lately. I think I'm just gonna deep clean my apartment. I don't know, over the past 2 days, there's just been a smell. I wonder if there's like something in my vents. You know, I'm gonna go turn my central air off for a second. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. There's been a weird smell lately, and now that I think about it, it's always been strongest when I'm under one of my air vents. I wonder if my fan is, I wonder if there's just something in my ducts and my fan is just circulating the smell around. Anyways, I still don't know what to do. How do I get a flag off fire? The only way I got the word flag off the fire is by turning it into a word, but I need an actual flag now. And I was even going to consider like maybe making the word text is open and then getting the word text in there, but text is floating. It won't ever touch the lava. We need a non-floating item that we can push. And this would have been simple if it had not been for fire is fire. Because I would love to have the phrase fire on text is flag, but it can't work. Fire is fire. I cannot turn fire into a flag. I can only turn text into a flag or flag into text, or I could turn a flag into fire. But I can't turn fire into a flag, and what I need is something turning into a flag. By the way, I have it currently set up. I am not beating the game today. Why was I so eager in thinking I was going to beat the game today? What the hell is my actual problem? My problem is I think too highly of my puzzle-solving skills. Back! I kind of want to reset. I can't even tell if I'm solving it right, but I kind of want to reset. Fire and flag is defeat. This is killing me because I'm not finding a way. I'm resetting. I have to sacrifice one word. I have to eventually sacrifice 2 words. Something has to transition into the word flag. We have to get the word flag in here to say the phrase flag is open. We can't sacrifice the word flag as much as I want to, because we need the word flag to make flag interactable. So we eventually, let's think about the end game. What needs to be said in order to win? We need blank is open and also blank is push. So we need 2 of those blanks, whether that be fire, and then we can turn text into fire, but because of fire is fire, we cannot turn fire back into text. Therefore, there is only one fire word. So fire is not the win condition. Flag, as we saw, we can turn one of these text words into a flag. And then we can turn the flag back into text so we can have the word flag is open and then flag is push. So I think flag is our win condition. All right, so in the end, we need the phrase flag is open, flag is push, and that's it. However, what I just said is our win condition is this. We need a flag, we need an is, we need a push. Which means the word fire on text is can be sacrificed. I think. Can we get rid of the word fire? No. I'm gonna run a few ideas. We're just gonna do them quick. So we need to push the fire. Fire needs to be on the teleporter because the object we want needs to be able to be teleported once we transform it. Whatever word we end up transforming is gone. And since I can't make the word fire is push and flag is push if I sacrifice is, I can't push them both at the same time. And I need to be able to push both of them at the same time, right? But do I need the word on? What does the word on let me do? On lets me transform a conditional statement. Specifically, it allows me to create a text with only one object. Or it allows me to transform one singular piece of text into my flag, which is something I have to do twice. Good boy, Rowan. Push is part of the final solution. So that means the expendable words are on, is, and fire, and maybe the second expendable word is text. I don't think we can get rid of text as our first phrase. We could do text on fire is flag, for example. But once text is gone, I can't turn that flag back into a text, therefore text is not the sacrifice word. I was thinking it was is. Because we have two is's, so we could still make a is push statement without the on statement. We just can't have simultaneous statements at the same time. And if I get rid of the word is, I don't even need flag on fire is text. Once we get a flag, I can just say flag is text. We have a singular flag, we can turn it into text whenever we want. So that technically means we don't need the on statement in order to make the phrase flag is open. We tried it with is, so I'm gonna try this with on. How? We have to ignore the sounds. Please ignore the sounds. I don't care. I'm getting rid of it. It's too annoying. All right, so the word on needs to be our sacrifice. So I'm just gonna build all around it. So we want text on. Get out of here, you stupid flames. I hope I don't need you. I definitely don't need all of you. Text on fire is. What a terrible way to move that. Flag. I have a feeling this. Yeah. I know. I need the phrase, fire is push quick. Because I need to, push the fire. All right. The flag has been created. The flag is now teleporting. So in its current state, we have double is. Which means I theoretically... Sorry about the noise. Sorry about the noise. There, noise has been fixed. I now have the fire and the flag. They are now being pushed simultaneously. Which means I can drop it off here. And I can say the flag is text. There we go. The flag is turned to text. The flag is now open. How do I get another flag? We cannot use fire. Or specifically what I mean, we can't just say text is flag. Fire cannot be flag. So we're now in this state. We have a piece of fire. That's cool, I guess, but why? I am so stucky. I'm a stuck duck. Fuck. If I do the flip-flop, we lose. So getting rid of the word on is problematic. This is difficult. I feel like I need on, is, flag, fire, push, and text in order to beat this. You think you was win? Ooh. Somebody beat me to it. I have one other idea. And I don't like it. Or at least you have a goal. So, I have one other idea in my head. Baba is not new to giving us simultaneous overlapping words. There has been time where we have put the word flag and fire on top of each other. That's not new. But I don't see how I could do that here. There might be a way, and that would solve my problem. If I could get a noun to reside on the same square, I wouldn't need two is's, because my problem is flag and fire. I need both of them pushable in order to touch the lava. Or I need to separate them somehow, and I can't see a way to separate them. And that's a big issue that I'm seeing. Because whatever we get over here, I need two flags over here. Or one, I guess. One that I can turn into the word flag, one that I can turn into an actual flag that doesn't have fire on it. Because if we have fire, we'll actually get it stuck on the love, and then we won't be able to win on the heart. And now, a way to make something unpushable is like flag on fire is push. That makes one pushable, but unfortunately, if we touch the other one, we lose. I would love to get the word flag and text on top of each other. This one's hurting me. So you know what? I've given it a good old try. It is time for the secrets of Baba to be shared. Help and support is now open. Share with me your wisdom, chat. What do you got? This crit is stuck. Mr. Streamer is Mr. Sad. I have lost. The game has beaten me. I'll be okay. I'll make it through somehow. One of these days. So we have 4 fireballs. We have a teleporter. We have a worthless knight around it. And we have an open phrase. Your goal is to use the flag to return a fire object to the field after fire is text. Fire is text cannot happen. Unfortunately. Because fire is fire. So fire will never transform in any way, shape, or form. Flag could turn into fire. That part is allowed. But fire will never become anything other than fire. Which means I think it is impossible for us to get the word fire is open. I don't think that's possible. But that is my assumption. If we could get the word fire into the other room, into the lower room, we can solve this. We can make fire open and then we could win. I don't see a way to get fire down there. The word fire. Which is why I think this is solved with a flag. But a flag, I can only make the word once. I figured out 2 different ways to get the word flag across the teleporter and onto the word is open, but I haven't figured out how to then create another flag. Because as we can see, we need all 5 of these words. Noun, noun, noun is on. We absolutely need those in order to create an object. There has to be a way to separate the object. Hold on. There has to be a way to separate the objects. Because currently, flag on fire is text, or more specifically, text on fire is flag, will put both the fire and the flag on the same square. That's not something I want. I want to be able to turn the text into a flag, but not have it be touching a fire. I don't think that's possible. I am so massively stuck right now that I either want a hint, another hint, or I want to go to a different level. Because I am not making progress here. Excuse me. Technically, we could sacrifice the word push. I don't think that helps. I think that actually screws us. Text on fire is flag. We can push a fire. And then we just have to figure out which one we want to sacrifice. Is the one that makes the most sense. Because we kind of need every other word. Then we could drop off the word flag. Baba's hint is very confusing on this level. Posting all now. Oh. Gentle nudge. How many objects need to teleport from the upper area to the bottom area in order to get Baba across the lava? Actually, that's not a bad hint, but that, unfortunately, that is like a hint level where it's like, okay, you gave me a direction to think about, but I have no idea. So how many objects need to teleport? So maybe the idea of teleporting 2 or 3 is wrong? Text will never teleport. Is there a way to get something else to teleport? Okay, and see, we've already figured that part out. We got the word flag in the bottom area. Maybe the gentle nudge is how many objects need to teleport, and the answer is 2. Fire and flag. And then we get the word flag is open. But how do we actually get a flag into existence and down here? Specific hint, if you have solved Fall B and or Garden Extra 2, your solutions there will help you solve this one. That's a horrible hint because that expects me to have not played this game over the course of 3 months. Oops. Fire, stop it. That specific is just terrible. Literally just copy pasting all the Baba hints over without reading them. Fair. But the gentle nudge was fine. I kind of like that. But here's the issue. Maybe I'm the dumb one. My problem isn't how do I get the phrase flag is open? How do I get that set up? My problem is how do I get a flag that isn't on fire? I've conquered all challenges that have been set before you thus far. Yes, all the hints have been solved so far. 2 objects need to teleport, fire and flag. Text won't teleport. How do you teleport text? The answer is you teleport a flag and then turn it back into text. I solved that part. How do I get a flag that isn't on fire? Also, Red Mage, good eye, welcome on in. Sorry for not saying hello. So the word text can now be sacrificed. Just watch the solution video. New hint. What type of object is always push? Text is always push. Did I just break something? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Hold on. So what if, so you're... Yeah, what if I push the word on here? Will this separate? There it is. Okay. Damn it. Okay, I'm here now. Wait. Okay, sorry for noise. This is gonna be annoying. Okay. There we go. And then we're through. Okay, that was a really good hint. Thank you. I needed that. I was not going to solve that without. The answer was, how do you separate them? You throw a piece of text at it. And honestly, I should have been able to figure that out. Thank you. I clearly was not braining enough to pull that off. But yeah, I don't know why. I'm like, why can't I just use fire to push fire out of fire? No, it's just use a fucking piece of text. Thank you, chat. Thank you. If I could gift subs, I would. Well, subs are free, so gifting them doesn't mean a lot. If I could gift memberships, I would. Then again, I don't know if I want to be my biggest contributor. That just means I'm paying YouTube. Maybe I'll do that someday. Once we get the membership set up, once we get our emotes all made. All right, join the crew. The road crew? Welcome to the road crew. Fuck, we're back to the groups. Bat is bat and defeat. Got it. Don't be bats. But wait. Wall and rock is stop. If I turn myself into rock. Uh-oh. I think I broke it. Oh, shit. This is gonna be bad. All right, I think we have to do something similar as we did last time. Can I separate these guys? I can. Is that good? Yes? Okay, this should be fine. Okay, so I see what we need to do. I don't know why. Group just makes sense to me. It's one of the easier keywords for me to comprehend. So Baba is group. Group is us. I need multiple is groups. So specifically, I need Baba is group. I also need bat is group. Because right now, if I do this, we explode. Or the bats go away, but then I lose control of my character. So I need the phrase bat is group with Baba is group. I need those simultaneous. But I also need group is us. And the way to do that is right where this rock is. Which means I need to move the fucking rock. Let's do that. The rock has been moved. Oh, shit. How do I move all of this at once? Oh. Easy with being the rock. So what needs to be said? It needs to say Baba here is group, and then this is above group, and then we can have bat up here. So we need Baba is group just on this line here. Okay. That should be easy enough. We need it here. And then this should be fine to have like this. And then we don't need the rock anymore. So if I do this, the bats go away, but I'm still Baba and we win! Yay! All right, we can move on, technically. Wait, what's happening? Ooh, we've unlocked the last world. Wait, last world? Hold on. Yes. Mountaintop. Excuse me, sorry. We've unlocked the last world outside of secrets because obviously we have like this secret down here, right? With the little Baba moving around. We see that. Okay, I want to stay in Volcanic Cavern. Volcanic is where I want to stay right now. All right, let's beat number 10. Then we can do 11, and I'm assuming 12 and 13. And then this is a... This was like a challenging as shit level. It's all by itself. Let's beat 10, and then let's go beat the secret. Automation. I hate that. Okay. Uh-oh. So the statues don't do anything right now. Ice is defeat. I should read before I move. Cliff is stop. Box is box. Emmy is Emmy. Emmy needs to move these. Baba is us. Group is group. Oh, shit. Texas float. Baba is Baba. Uh-oh. Do you guys happen to see the problem with this level? So, Baba, Emmy, and Box walk into a bar. Okay, so I'm just gonna start doing things because that's the only way I know how to go up work. Hello, Box. So we can do something like box is hot. This will allow us to have the box touch the ice, which currently is defeat. But eventually we need to take control of Emmy. Emmy is going to push melt down, so we'll have ice is melt. But then all the statues will be defeat. So we need to have the box, which is now hot, in here before Emmy pushes this in here. But we also need to have Baba in here, because Baba is us, or whoever us is. Ooh, this is true. We actually might only need the box. We might not even need Baba, because the box is hot. It's not open and close. The box will melt the ice, spawning a flag, and if we're the box, we'll just instantly win. So what if we got the phrase, box is us? And by is us, I mean box is group. Oh, shit. How do I get the word up there? Can I even? I can't get a word up here, can I? Oh, aren't I pretentious? Wait, I can't get a word up there. I just need to do it in stages. Boxes group. I should have seen that coming. Group is us. Okay. Baba is group. So we control both now. What's the word that I need over there? I need group. Which means I need to drop this box off there. Like that. Right? Yes. Okay, I think I'm doing this in a terrible way and I don't care. I'm going to single-mindedly do what I want. Which then do this. So then the box can come out and now we got the word group stuck up there. Good, good. I need the word box up there next. So let's make Baba. This is just a cacophony of words moving around. All right, welcome back, Baba. Then we will... I can't push it to the left. God damn it! Why do I think I'm so clever when I'm not? Okay. Here we go. Let's put the word group up there. The group is now hot. Anything that can become the group is now hot. I believe this is already a failure. I think I don't have the stuff. Wait, this isn't a failure. No, this is exactly what I need. Okay. Then I just don't need Baba. I'm staring at this again like a single-minded buffoon. I was thinking, how do I get Baba onto that phrase? But it's not. I have exactly what I need. I have a box that can go past the guards, and now he's in here. And then Emmy can walk over here and do this. Done. Make the ice melt, the statue defeat, but the box is in there and we're solved. Easy lemon peasy squeezy. I think easy squeezy peasy lemon is my favorite way to say that. What's the real way? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. Easy lemon peasy squeeze. Let's try our hand at the coronation challenge. What the No. That's right. Defeat beats win. Hello. Least favorite word of all time. All right, so we do Roxas swap. All right. I hate swap because I can't get the logic straight in my head. So swap, a very confusing word to me, is similar to that of push and pull. It's a movement that happens when a movement occurs. So when an object moves and comes into contact with the object with swap, the object that is swap, which is the rock, I don't feel the swap. The rock feels the swap. Because the rock is swap, and it was hit by an object with move, the object moves to the place where the movement started. I think. I still have no idea how the swap skull put us onto a wall. I still don't understand how that happened. But maybe it's because a movement occurred between it and me, and even though it is the thing with swap, it moved. Yes, because when we have swap, it does the same thing. So an object with swap, whenever a movement occurs, it places whatever it made contact with into the location of the other one. It switches the locations. I hate this word. Damn. Imagine incorporating this kind of design into a Zelda dungeon. I don't want to. All right. So text is swap, rock is still dead. Okay. I hate this. I hate this so much. Swap is my least favorite word in all of Baba Is You. It is my bane. Bring back the groups. I can understand group. Fuck you, swap. Okay. So I'm going to run through my head. I think I know the solution to this puzzle. I just have no idea how to perform it. I think I need to use the swap mechanic to put a piece of text on top of Kiki. Which should be possible if I use a pushable rock. Okay? So if texting is swapping, and if I push a rock on top of a piece of text, I now have the piece of text. Okay. All is good. How do I do that, but then have the phrase text is win? I hate you. I'm just trying to push the words around. If we do this. Right idea, wrong direction. This also won't work because the win won't swap. And because I don't have multiple is statements, I have to somehow swap Hold on. Now I'm starting to see something. So I can stack words. Doesn't help me. Or does it? Well, if I do this, we lose, right? Yeah. Ironically, I don't think I need the rock. Because, right, I'm just making the phrase rock is push. But what if I just did rock is text? Now I don't really need these, right? In fact, I don't even need the word rock. I just have text, win, and swap. No, I still need to push the... I do need to push the rock because I need the text to be swappable and the rock to not. Alright, so this should be symmetrical, right? It's just, what's the solution that allows me to win this? Ow! Don't do what I just did. That's what I've learned. Because now the rock is not pushable, but it is swappable. God damn it, it's stuck. I'm losing my mind. What? I need to play puzzle games that aren't this hard. What if... Ow! How did I get words on top of themselves again? I want to see if I can get text and rock on top of each other. Because I'm wondering if they're both swappable. No, if they're both swappable, I can't make them pushable. Just, I don't care. I really don't anymore. I am so defeated. I can play a Souls-like game and laugh it off and at least have a direction. I have no idea what to do here. Why must swap be a thing? Such a confusing mechanic. It has so much intricacy in its puzzle capabilities, and I just can't wrap my brain around all of them. Because, like, text is win would be great, but we can't touch text without swap. So cool, this would have worked if win could somehow have been pushed. But we can't push it because it's a swap. I have one last ditch effort. And that's this. What on earth does this do? That was anticlimactic. And we already tested what this does, right? So a swap does not care about chaining events. All it cares about is, and I'm trying to, I wish I could understand the coding, and I say coding because it's all logic of what happens. In plain, it makes sense. When an object moves in, okay, maybe let's phrase it this way. When an object moves onto something with swap, the swap object takes the reverse of the motion and executes it. It's not a switch places. Text moved down because I moved up. So if I push an object into the win moved down because I moved up, but there isn't a conflict in the push. They just both execute at the same time. So I am now standing on the word. Cool. Now that I'm on the word, any motion I do will break the fact that I am underneath a word. So the question is, how do we push the word win onto this spot so we can say the phrase text is win, but the step before it has to be text is swap? Because I have to move into the word win, just like I am right now, in order to create the swap. But then I need to simultaneously make the phrase text is win. I can't stand on the rock because the rock is defeat, so is lava. This is nothing more than a puzzle about my least favorite mechanic of swap. And likewise, we could do this in a really funny way of just, hey, let's make the rock swap. Yay, the rock now swaps. Watch me shove the word text into it and die. I now have a creative way of ending my puzzle attempt. So clearly, the push on text doesn't do anything. There's no reason to have text and push. So why do we want to swap text? I thought if I could move fast and I hate swap. I give up. The challenge level beat me. We're going to puzzle 11. Trick door. What do you mean trick door? No challenge level hint time? I'm too pissed off. To be completely honest, swap has broken my pride to the point that I don't even want a hint. I just want to leave. Hello, you finally finished your deadline before the quarter, and now you can relax. Hell yeah! Haley, good night, welcome on in. Good job of getting to your deadline. Ghost? What the fuck is facing? Like, obviously I know ghost facing while it's pushing, now it's not. Ghost has flag. Ghost is shut, but key is open. key not is. Ooh, new levels, yeah. Fair, it took you 3 times watching the answer video to understand it well enough to write hints. God damn. Well, if you've already practiced the hints, I can go back. I feel like I can solve this one. So what I'm seeing is the key, the ghost has a flag, the key is open, the ghost is shut, wall is stop, and wall is not pushed. So I can't push wall and wall is stop. Baba's me. So I just need the ghost to touch the key and we win. And the way I think we do that is by doing ghost. I see key is, and I don't care. Ghost, not facing wall is push. I'm dumb. Not wall is push. Sorry, this is ghost facing not wall. I want not ghost facing wall as push. No, I want ghost not facing wall as push. So we can do this, followed by this, and then this allows me to... I see the errors of my ways. You just realized the Baba is on my head? Yeah! And it will be by my ear when I'm ready for hints. Okay, so I figured it out. It's, ghost facing wall is push. Thank you. Ghost. Not facing wall is push. But also... This is why they gave me the key. I need to be able to push the key. All right, same as before. All right, a quick solve here. Then we can get through there. And then this should make the flag. There we go. All right, so Cat, get your hints ready. If you watch the video to understand the hints, who am I to steal that from you? So here, let's get the Baba ready. We're Baba. Get in hint giving mode. All right, Baba is ready to give the hints. The only hint I have right now is I fucking hate swap. So the first was, why does rock not start as push? Well, it doesn't start as push because, well, because it wanted you to test what wins, win or defeat. And it teaches you that defeat wins. So that's why rock does not start as push. So it's teaching me that I can't just win. So rock is not the win. Clearly, rock is not the win. Or I guess if I don't have rock as push, I technically can put a word on a rock, right? And then I can push them both. Text and objects can overlap. Yes, so now I can do this. So if I do this, I'm angry. Hold on, I think I'm close. And you only need to swap for one movement. I hate swap. Swap is the worst. All right, so while rock is pushable, no, push rock here, give up on life here, push this here, make this. Does this win? If I go up, do I win? I want to die. I wanted it to be over. Damn it, I thought I had it with that one. Okay. Swap leaves the top of the rock as text becomes win. Swap leaves the top of the rock as text becomes win. Fuck this level. Okay. So I can overlap the words. Blue bush went back to bush form. I just had to retreat for a second. So, if rock is pushable, rock can go left, but text can go right. Okay, I can do this. I think. So this would imply I need something here. Because if text is swap and I'm standing on swap, I can walk into the text. The text will come down to win. But this requires me to stand on swap. Fuck you, swap. Swap is on the rock. I hate all of this. Okay. With swap on the rock, we can push both of these. Let's see how this reacts. Like that. So does that mean we're gonna pull it back one? If we push win up here, text is now swap. So that means going up, I will push swap down. The rock should push or swap win down, right? Yes. I hate this. Don't give me another. I will scream. Okay. God, I hate swap. Come here, Baba. Get back up there. Thank you for the help. My soul is broken. Like, I was having fun until that happened. And that's why it took you 3 watches to understand. Fair. But goddamn. I don't know if it's just because I'm out of practice. I don't know if it's because swap just destroys my spirit from the inside. Mouse, get out of here. But I feel completely drained after that one. And I'm like actually upset with how I have no energy. There's 3 levels left. Grant, we have 9 minutes. There's no way I can do this. Brain just didn't want to brain. Whenever swap's involved, I instantly flash back to that memory of the one time I played this, and I didn't have fun with the swap level. The swap introduced a mechanic that I didn't understand to the point that I didn't enjoy the level. The level was nothing but a challenge, and I had no satisfaction of beating it. I don't like receiving the hints to figure it out. I didn't figure it out. And I'm even mad that it's just over. Like, I just didn't want it to exist. Kind of like that one. That one, I'll admit, wasn't as difficult, but swap still just PTSD destroys me. You should not have mentioned that you had already made hints. It seems to have harmed you mentally. No. You are good. God, I just hate swap. It is the one mechanic that baffles me. There's too much going on for me to maintain. I can understand a lot at once, just not swaps. All right, we're gonna try 12. Because at least here, belt is not telly. Box is telly. Baba facing wall is empty. Okay. Facing is at least a mechanic that makes sense to me and we can work with it. Like, for example, I saw the fact that that was there. But, my God, swap just drains so much out of me. Okay, so in this version, Baba facing wall is empty means I just have to beat this without ever facing the wall. Okay. So I see this is a teleporter. Oh, I see. How do I get out without ever facing the wall? So this is where I'll go eventually. And I see they left nice gaps to make sure I wouldn't do that. But how do I get through this section? Well, we could break belt as shift. We could also stop box from being a teleporter, but box is box, belt is belt, and cliff is stop. So what is Baba and why? Why is Baba here? I can become a teleporter. But I need another object to be a teleporter. Wait, I see it now. We want shut up. We want the phrase Baba is shift. I'm restarting. We want the phrase Baba is shift, but we must maintain the box's teleporter because I can't fix it afterwards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But when I'm a shift, I then can't teleport. Okay, this just got harder. Wait. Things can teleport. Text does not float this time around. Oh, I see. I see what I have to do. Check it. Baba is shift. Until that was supposed to be epic. God damn it. Okay. Fuck. All right, so we teleport here. Box is teleported. We need the box to be a teleporter. I can move under this. I can break the phrase by moving under it. I can't move the word belt. That will never move. I can move the word shift and I can move the word is. So I could do something like Baba is. Am I actually just stupid? What if I just built the phrase Baba is shift right here? All right. Final puzzle of the night. I got this. Baba. Get over there. Baba. Is shift. If I stand on this, I'm gonna push it, aren't I? I don't. Final puzzle then becomes 2 puzzles. Oh. I just go this way. There we go. Stop it. Hold on. I think I might have just broke it. There we go. There. Did it. All right. 3 minutes. Do we solve another puzzle? Or do we just call it? I know I said final puzzle of the night. We do have 3 minutes. I don't know if I can solve it. We're going to take a look at it. No promise on solving. If we can solve it in the next 30 seconds, we will. We won't. All right. Wall is wall and stop and not push. Cool. Push, push. Skull is not skull facing. Skulls. Fire not on skull is defeat. Fire is not push. All right. So when a skull touches fire, it's fine. Lava is sink. That sucks. That means we need skull is push. Somehow. But the belts are shifts. Skull is push. Fire is defeat. Skull can be push. Dang, puzzle. Yes. I want to try to solve this with Yay, skulls can be pushed. Hi, skull. I need 2 of these? Oh, I see now. Okay. I understand. So, fire not on skull is defeat, but this is my way back. So I can use the conveyor to, like, walk over here, and then once we have the phrase skull is push, I can sink 2 skulls into the lava. Okay, I don't have time to do this one today. I want to do this one. So I need to get over here while having the phrase skull is push, which I can right here, but we have skull facing. This is going to be important because that's going to be how we push 2 skulls. So we actually need to grab 2 skulls, or we need to actually push them onto the fire to start. Let's do that. Hold on. I think I might have actually just made some progress. Skull is push. We're going to grab 2 skulls, and we're going to put them onto the fire, right? Oh, please tell me this will work. Then, if I do... I'm gonna do a 3rd one. Okay, bear with me on this. I wanted to say skull facing skull is push. No, I wanted to say skull facing not skull. Skull not facing skull is push. But I have a skull here. Okay, we ran out of time. I feel like I could solve this, but we'll have to solve this next time. I want to beat Baba Is You. You just realized I have 900 now? I do! But yes, it's gonna be nighttime. Let's just see what broken expectations look like. Let's just take a look at this challenge ass of a level. I'm not even gonna read it. Not even gonna care about that one. We have unlocked the final zone, mountaintop. Let's see what it looks like. We're just doing some scouting. What's in store, and when should I do this? Okay, we have learned the word lonely, which is I can't intersect another object. Ooh. But also that sound. Okay, I'm looking forward to the next levels. The wind sounds so peaceful. It's very nice. But okay, we need to beat this. We have 2 levels left, and then whatever that mountaintop is. So unfortunately, I don't have time today. I will probably put the next Baba Is You stream on a Saturday. Because I want to spend 6 hours and just beat this game. Hopefully there's no more swaps. Swap's gonna destroy me. Swap is gonna kick my ass. And then there's definitely challenge levels. And again, I could play them on stream, but I don't want to crash out anymore, guys. I'm so tired of Baba Is You kicking my Baba ass. I never realized this game was gonna be this hard. When I first played Baba Is You, when I first saw it played, I was so intrigued by the concept of the puzzles that I wanted to keep playing. But my Baba ass is sore from this Baba game beating my Baba. Sure. So I think I want to just beat the game at this point out of stubbornness. And then I'm going to be taking on the challenge levels, maybe in my off time. We'll see how much I have fun. But this game is getting tedious at this point. And I don't want it to go on for too much longer. I want to end it. I want to beat it. I want to move on. Because there's so many other puzzle games that I want to do. But I don't want to play 2 puzzle games simultaneously. Maybe I will. Who knows? You're going to be using Baba now? Good. Baba the sheep. Baba. But all right, guys. I'm going to go rest my eyes, rest my brain, and rest my everything. I'm just going to go rest. I'm going to sleep. But thank you all for being here today. It's been a hell of a lot of fun for me, other than that one level. That level just pissed me off. But that's okay. It doesn't vibe with me. Thank you for your help. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. Thank you, chat. So as always, everybody, from goodie, I have so little energy, I can't even do this. We'll be playing the rest of Psychonauts 2 on Saturday. We're going to be 100%ing that game. And then I have no stream on Sunday. But yeah, there's the announcements. All right. From goodie, goodbye. Have a good one, everyone. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye now.